This video will outline the required proctoring procedures for the AAPPL Assessment of Performance Toward Proficiency in Languages, also known as AAPPL. For each student, the teacher will receive logins and passwords, either by logging on to their client site and clicking on Tests Scheduled, or from an administrator. These should remain confidential and are not to be shared with anyone not directly involved in proctoring the assessment for these students. The teacher must ensure that the technical specifications for administering the test have been met prior to administering the test. Please work with your school tech to make sure that your computers and headsets are prepared for the test. Teachers should ensure that the students do not bring any papers, pens, pencils, notes, paper dictionaries, iPods, laptops, cell phones, cameras, pagers, or any other electronic devices of any kind into the test room. Neither the teacher, students, nor any other party should be making a copy, by hand, camera, phone, printer, or any other machine, of any of the test materials. The AAPPL records speech. The recordings must be listened to in order to be scored. Therefore, the teacher is responsible for ensuring a quiet environment for testing. If the noise level in the room becomes too loud, it will create background noise on the recordings and interfere with or prevent the ability of ACTFL raters, who must listen to the student recordings, to score the speaking tests. If this requirement is not adhered to, your test may be rendered unrateable, UR. This is your responsibility. LTI ACTFL accepts no responsibility for unrateable tests due to a teacher's failure to comply with this requirement. Immediately before administering the speaking test, warn students that if they record profanity or other inappropriate language, including talking with other students during testing, it will be reported to their teachers and will receive a score of unrateable, UR. In the writing section, some students have a tendency to spend too much time writing one answer, and as a result, they run out of time to complete the test. In advance of testing, direct students to the tips video at www.AAPPL.org and remind them that they need to provide enough language to be rated, but not so much that they can't complete the writing section with the rest of the class. Remember, students cannot save their written responses and go back and finish them later. They must finish their written response in one sitting. Actively monitor the room during testing. Quietly help individual students needing help to navigate through the test or needing technical assistance with their computer. Do not help them answer the test questions. Seek local IT assistance or contact LTI if local IT support cannot help. Assure that students are not talking to each other or looking at each other's computer screens. The teacher may hand out the logins and passwords to each student on a slip of paper, but the teacher is responsible for collecting those slips of paper with logins and passwords from each student before the end of the testing session. Not doing so risks students logging in from home and cheating on the test, and exposing AAPPL to other students before they test. The proctor, or teacher, must remain in the room with the students for the duration of the test. The teacher must remain in the room with the students for the duration of the test, in its entirety, to ensure that the students do not use any resources or call upon the assistance of others to assist them in answering the test prompts. Should the computer freeze up or the program close, simply sign the student back in to the ACTFL assessment website and restart the test. The test will automatically resume from the point at which the candidate was disconnected. If this fails, the proctor should call LTI for assistance at 800-486-8444 or 914-963-7110 or email them at applehelp@languagetesting.com. By ordering and administering the AAPPL test on behalf of your institution, you and your proctors are agreeing to accept responsibility for strictly and faithfully complying with the stipulations and procedures outlined in this video and in the proctor agreement. If you have any questions about proctoring the AAPPL test, please contact me at 801-567-8393 or at brooke.anderson@jordandistrict.org.